know you're there, God. Sometimes I feel alone, even when I'm not. All the troubles in the world, I forget all. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Rockin' for God with Lisa Marie Nicole. I am Lisa Marie Nicole. It is Friday, September 20th. Is this September already? I can't believe it's almost October. Where did this year go to? It's just going so fast, but before you know it, it's going to be Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I'm not looking forward to that yet. Let's get through the fall first. I got a great show coming up for you. I just want to mention a couple of things. I think people have been following my Facebook pages about my book that will be released on October 15th. It's called The Christmas Stranger. It's a short Christmas story. It's my first book that I ever released, and it is available for pre-sale right now on Amazon, and it will be available October 15th everywhere. If you'd like an autographed copy, you could send me a message, or you can contact me on Messenger or Facebook, or send me an email, and I will get you an autographed copy, or you can order it straight through Amazon. Also, I have other shows coming up. I have 3 shows coming up in October. I have October 5th, I have Michelle Storm. October 18th, I have Bo Hoss and Cindy Lou. And October 28th, I have Jason Coulter. And I have 3 shows in October. But we'll get to that later. Right now, I just want to welcome, I've been looking forward to this show. I want to welcome my guest today is Hunter Lott.
Hello.
Hey, Hunter.
What's
How
up?
are you? Good. So tell everybody knows your name. Tell everybody who you are, where you're from, and what you do.
Well, I'm originally from South Mississippi, but I live in Tennessee now. And I'm just a normal guy, but what I like to do is I like to make multi-genre music, basically. I like to make a bunch of music. So, but realistically, I'm nothing, I'm just normal. I'm normal,
That's cool. You're humble.
I try to be. I
like that. Yeah, you got a lot of people out there. I'm a recording artist, and I have 10,000 songs out, and I'm like, sometimes it gets to people's heads when they do that. But I noticed that you're not like that, and I follow you a lot, and I absolutely love your music. I'm a fan.
Thank you. So, I try to not let things like that get to my head, but I try to always, make sure my faith is set in God, and make sure I'm aware every day that, about things, and not to try to put myself on too high of a pedestal and not take myself too seriously, So, yeah. But that's really what I'm about, man.
That's great. And you're how long have you been writing music? You're a songwriter, right?
Yeah, I am a songwriter. I've been writing, I've never put the years. I'm 24 now. I've been writing since I was 18 or 19.
Wow.
It's been a couple years.
That's good. Do you and you play the guitar, I could see. And do you play any other instruments besides the guitar?
Well, if you want to count bass guitar, then sure. Guitar and bass guitar are kind of the same thing. I play a good bit of piano, and I tried to play the violin a little bit. I can play it a little bit, but that's still improving.
What about the ukulele?
Nah, I taught
mandolin. None of that blue stuff.
I learned a couple of the basic chords for the ukulele to teach to my niece, because she has
yeah. I think it's easier than the guitar, though, the ukulele.
Probably. I say if I actually sat down and learned it, it probably would be. But I have no idea how the.
I actually learned first to play on the ukulele, then I learned the guitar.
Okay, was it easy going? Was it harder going to guitar?
Yeah, because there's more chords to play, and it is different. I mean, there's only 4 strings on a ukulele, and you get, they have them all different kinds, but I had an electric. I still have it, actually. And it was yeah, it was. It's just a different sound and everything to it, you know. And but yeah, it was a little. It was. I think it was a little bit harder for me to go from the ukulele to the guitar. I think
I've
if
heard,
I,
I've heard that a lot from piano players too, because piano, you learn all the same 12 keys,
Mhm.
and then it's the same 12 across the board, and then they go from piano to guitar, and it's not. Guitar is just weird, so it's technically the same notes, but the way it goes up the scale, it goes up like a half step early in a couple places, like
Yep.
weird. It's just weird.
Well,
So
you're a righty, right? You're a righty.
I'm a, I am a right-handed player. Yes,
Yeah, I'm lefty, so it's. I think lefties are harder. It's
I
harder for lefties.
I write left-handed. I'm technically ambidextrous. I can
Are
write in
you
both.
really? That's
Yeah,
cool.
I write in both hands, but my dominant writing hand is left hand. But like shooting, when I shoot archery and guns and swing a baseball bat and shoot basketball and play guitar, that's all right-handed stuff. All that's
So,
right.
so you're dominant righty then?
I don't know. I don't know. I think most of my activities are right-handed, but I write left-handed.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Really? I mean, that's strange because I mean, people say the same thing about me because I'm a dominant lefty. I can't write righty, but
Yeah.
I swing the bat righty. I play golf righty. I catch, well, I throw lefty, but you're right because it's weird. I play the guitar lefty, but other things I play righty. So people like I used to throw people off when I was a kid because I go up to bat and they're like, "Oh, here comes a switch hitter." I'm like, "Nope."
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I can't bat right lefty. I can't. I just feel like it's something's wrong. So I'm not ambidextrous, but I don't know. I guess it's just how your brain works, you know?
Yeah. Well, I think I'm only ambidextrous with writing stuff. It depends too. If I'm going to write, small cursive and actually sign something, I'll do left-handed. But if I'm ever up against like a whiteboard or something, and I'm writing something down for a calendar and it's big writing, I can do that with my right hand all day long.
That's cool. Have
But
you tried to play lefty? Have you ever tried to play lefty?
yeah, no, it's
You
curse.
can't? Yeah, that's the same thing with me with righty. Yeah. It is. Well, now that we know you're ambidextrous, that's good. I didn't know that about you.
A little bit.
Um, um, I know you have strong faith in God, and how has He helped you as an artist with all the things we go through in this industry? How does God help you get through things in life?
Look, that has got to be the question. I could have a whole testimony on that question. Honestly,
Yeah, brother.
like I came up here to Nashville, Tennessee, and I came up here to play on Broadway. That's like a big reason I came up here. So when I got to Broadway here in Nashville, Tennessee, I instantly started playing with the bands and stuff. I didn't
Uh-huh.
play acoustic shows, and I was playing 5 times a week for 4-hour sets every single day with the bands at Tootsie's, Kid Rock's, Honky Tonk, Central, and all those places. And coming to a place like Broadway is, for a guy like me who doesn't drink and I don't do any sort of drugs or any sort of humanly persuaded things,
Good for you.
I was instantly set to the test.
Mm-hmm.
Today, I already think that was a way of God making me more patient and more strong in the faith and more observant, because I've noticed now that I've gotten older that if I pray to God for strength, He may not just give me strength, but what He will do is give me challenges to
Mm-hmm.
overcome that make me stronger. That I need to be stronger to overcome those things. So when I would be at Broadway and I would have girls just everywhere and drugs, and I mean, I've had band members straight just offer me stuff, and alcohol and stuff like that, just right in my nose. And I never took any of it. I don't know where I would have been without my parents this whole time and without God the entire time I'm there. And then as well as my parents making sure that I know too, that I got to put my trust in. I got to put my trust in Him because
Mm-hmm.
He guide me along that way. So that is a whole question where it would have been so it would have been so easy for me to fall down some of those rabbit holes without God. So God has been quite the cornerstone in my career, to say the least.
And that's great to hear from somebody your age. You said you're 24?
I'm 24.
That you're young, and that for somebody your age to say that, that's incredible, because the generation today, your age, even younger, they would have jumped on that. There's not many people. I mean, I really give credit to your parents because they raised you the right way. And I'm assuming your parents are good Christians.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Christians. Yeah. So that's great. I mean, God bless them for raising you that way, because in this world today, it doesn't matter how old you are, but like you said, to be involved in that, I mean, everybody that's in any kind of industry, like you said, like music, acting, anything, it's all there. And you're right. And I think that the more that you say no to these things, the more God's going to bless you.
Yeah.
And it's great that you did that. That's real. I'm proud of you, really.
Thank you so much. And you're right. It's a lot of it has to do with mom and dad reminding me. They always keep me in check.
Mm-hmm.
They're always helping me out with these things. But God being there for sure.
That's great. It's really good to hear that. And that's what you're a role model basically to kids your age, to the younger generation, because I don't want to mention any names out there today, but you got some people out there that are in the news today that are talking things they shouldn't be talking about. Yeah. And I don't want to say the person's name, and you know who I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
That person thinks that they are a role model, and they are, but I think it's to the wrong people.
Yeah.
And it's great for somebody like your age, especially somebody, even my age. I mean, I'm a few years older than you, that want to get into the industry, and they're like you said, they're approached with all of that stuff, and they don't know what to do about it. And you're right. If you have God in your life and you're strong, your faith is strong, I think you're going to overcome all of that. And you've already done that. So that's great on you.
You don't have to fall to the peer pressures just to fit. It's okay to stay in one little room and just be a weirdo and be yourself and make your music and, enjoy yourself and do it while you like to do it. You do it because you love it. So you don't have to do all this things.
I understand. I do it all day long. I know. It's like people you think you're weird because you're in there all the time, write music and singing and whatever, but it's good. I mean, and you did a few Christian songs, right? You did some Christian music too. Yeah. I mean, I know I'm a Christian artist. That's all I do really. But, I've done a couple of things outside of that, but it's great.
I try, if you go and listen to a whole lot of my songs, that's a lot of time out of your day. But at the same time, it's, you'll notice that there's always that underlying factor of, I'd have that on a lot of my songs. I don't know if I have a couple songs that are just full blown faith providing songs. I have a couple of songs like that, but most of the songs that even aren't full fledged faith providing songs, they have the underlying thankfulness of, what is my reality to them. So there's a lot of songs I have like that.
Well, I know the one I'm playing right now is a little bit outside of that, but but this is a really good song. I mean, your voice is great, and it's just a good song. This I'm gonna play. This is Wild Side. I'm playing this by Hunter Lott. This is your new song, right? Isn't this one of your new ones? Right. This is his new song, Wild Side, and just listen to this song, and the instruments is incredible. It's a really good song. Well, I'll come back in a minute.
Take our time, I've seen you looking my way for a while now. I can tell you're a dime, any time of the day I'll take you out. You don't know I was born just a little on the wild side. So baby, we can go for a ride. Strut my arms, spin me around, take me down. You know I wanna taste your smile. You got me wound, so lock me down and let the spark ignite. The way you're holding me tight is really testing my pride. So just for tonight, I'll show you my wild side. Girl, I know that you've heard from the vine that I'm normally the good guy. But baby, you and I don't gotta hide our feelings in the moonlight. 'Cause I've been told you was born just a little on the wild side. So baby, we can go for a ride. Strut my arms, spin me around, take me down. You know I wanna taste your smile. You got me wound, so lock me down and let the spark ignite. The way you're holding me tight is really testing my pride. So just for tonight, I'll show you my wild side. Well, I know tonight I'm not going home all alone, but I'll need your help. I can't open up on my own. Strut my arms, spin me around, take me down. You know I wanna taste your smile. You got me wound, so lock me down and let the spark ignite. The way you're holding me tight is really testing my pride. So just for tonight, I'll show you my wild side. I'll show you my wild side.
That's a great song. That's did you play the instruments in that?
No, no.
No, I know. I don't either.
I play the in a lot of my stuff, and a lot of the stuff that I compose most of it. And
Yeah.
I get people just to write it. I mean, not to write, just to do it. I'll write the electric riffs and the electrics and the solo. I'll tab for it, and I'll write the bass lines. Sometimes my bass player is actually kind of super cracked. He's really, really good. So,
Yeah.
he's one of those. Sometimes he just does all kind of freedom running stuff, and it's really, really good. But I wrote all the lyrics and did most of the composing, but I didn't play on the studio tracks for that one.
That's all right. It's good though. And you wrote it. You wrote the music, right? You wrote everything for it, so it's great. It's a great song.
That
I like.
more on edge, you know.
Well, you know, you got to go outside of that once in a while. Once in a while. I like your style. It's different. You ever you play different genres, right? I mean, you're in all different genres, aren't you?
I make a whole bunch of different. I like all genres. That's why I do.
You're multi-genre.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. I noticed you do all different styles, so that's pretty good. Do you record in Nashville?
Yes.
You do.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a certain studio you like, or you record? You want to give a shout out to the studio, or?
Yeah, I'll give a shout out to Two Cats Studio with Ben Travis. He's an amazing producer. I've been with him for years now, years, and he's really, really, really great to work with because of how personal he works with you too. He works with me a lot, and I pretty much just show up at his house these days where his studio is, you know, and I sit there with him for a few hours and work. Now, of course, we schedule it, but you know, he's got a cool place too where if you're out of town, you can come stay for a while.
That's cool.
Yeah, if you're out of town, you can come stay for a while. He's got a place you can come stay, and for you can book 3 days, and you can just work stop 3 days. You can come up with multiple songs if you want to, and do stuff. And a lot of the stuff that they do is long distance. So if you just send like a scratch track, they got musicians that'll work on it. So it's good.
Yeah, that's great to have. Yeah. I mean, the musician that works with me, he's unbelievable. He plays every single instrument there is. It's just, it's incredible. And that's good to do that. Like you said, you could just send them the track and they could produce it like that. That's really cool to do. Yeah. Is there anyone that you would like to collaborate with that you haven't, like an indie artist or somebody famous maybe?
Oh man.
I'm probably a bunch of people.
Put me on the spot just now. Well, here recently I got to collab with T. Graham Brown.
Yeah.
So that was something that was amazing. T's a country music legend.
Mm-hmm.
And he's one of those people too where you can just listen to him talk for a long time because he's lived his life, and he's just got all these stories and all this wisdom. He's just a great guy. And so me and him have a duet together called Life of the Sinner. That is really, really, really amazing. And you could go check that out if you wanted to. And
Did you post that?
I've posted that before.
I think I heard that. Yeah, that's a pretty good song. I'm gonna listen to it again though. I think I heard that.
And that's a Christian faith song.
Yeah.
I did T, and that's great, but man, there's a lot. T's great.
Did you ever want to go outside of like your genre, like do something different?
Oh yeah, I'm doing that right now.
Yeah.
As we speak right now. So I like a lot of country. I grew up listening to country, but like my first memory of music, I was riding passenger in the truck with my dad going fishing somewhere.
Yeah.
Listening to heavy metal.
Oh, me too. I love heavy. I grew up listening to metal. Then I got out of it because metal was really wasn't good.
That's the thing to me is like, I think I like to appreciate people's work. I try not to delve too deep into someone's personal life too much. Mm-hmm. But if they create stuff that is nice and the art itself isn't too dirty, then I think it's okay.
Well, they got Christian metal too.
They got Christian metal now.
I know they do. I've heard a lot of it. I mean, Skillet does Christian, and they're really good bands. I mean, and I love rock. I'm a rock fanatic. I love rock music, and that's why I became a Christian rock artist, because I like rock music and I wanted to stick with the genre. So I was like, I could probably pull this off.
Oh yeah. So I love country too, so I do a lot of country stuff.
Yeah, country's good.
I've been bleeding pop into it here recently because I like some pop stuff. But
yeah.
I'm starting to bleed metal into it as well. It's starting to come in. So
yeah, but the bluesy stuff is good. I love the bluesy stuff in there. That's great.
I'm from Mississippi, so we have lots of like swamp blues where I'm from. And
oh man. Yeah, well, that's where a lot of it started. I mean, down there, and like you said, country's really like just this big story. That's all. It's telling a big story about your truck and your girlfriend and your dog, and it's just a big story you write. That's what all country music's about.
Yeah,
it's great. And I didn't think I would be able to sing country, but I put a couple of country songs out too, and I didn't think I would be able to do that. This Jersey girl coming out with a country song.
I was going to ask you. I couldn't remember if you told me where you were from, but I can hear the accent.
Yeah. I'm not New York. I'm Jersey.
Jersey.
Actually, like I'm North Jersey. I'm not North. I'm like Central. We're Central. I don't know what I am really. I'm Central Jersey, North. We're in the middle somewhere. But that's where I'm from originally. So
I can hear.
Yeah. You're I don't know where I can't tell where you're from. You sound like you're from all over.
Yeah, so I don't have a super strong Southern accent. It's not too powerful, but I have family members, that you're like, oh yeah, as soon as you hear it, I have family members like that. But I grew up in South Mississippi. I lived in the country, but I drove to school in the city.
Wow.
And I would then I've lived up here in Tennessee, and Tennessee is a lot more mixture.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had friends from all over the place, so that I've had for years. So all those accents just blend in. So
yeah.
So I just don't. I don't have too thick of a Southern accent. But I gotta say, I have one friend who's from Canada, who all of his Canadian friends are now telling him that he's starting to sound Southern because he's spending so much time.
That's funny. Well, I'll never get rid of this accent. I could move to Australia and I'll still have this. When you're from Jersey, you'll die with this accent. I don't care where you move to.
Probably.
It never goes away. I've tried, believe me. It can't. But that's okay because that's part of who I am. So I'm not ashamed of it.
Yeah, that's no shame.
Do you attend church or do you play and sing at one?
Not right now. I don't play and sing at church. But I have at a specific church. I don't. Right now, me and my family too. We're looking for a church because we haven't really been in Tennessee too long, and I'm super busy. We moved here, and there's a lot of family time we've got coming up too. There's a little bit secretive, but the Cowboy Church at Troubadour is where I'll be. I have a gig there in a couple weeks. And I do stuff like that every now and then. Sometimes I go to churches and I sing and stuff.
Yeah, I think there's one here. I think Andrew Dean said there's a Cowboy Church in Florida. It's actually not that far from me.
Yeah.
It's a little bit south, I think. Where is your favorite place to play at, city or state?
Oh, man.
Or both?
That's too...
I like to ask deep questions.
My favorite place?
Mm-hmm. Could be anywhere.
Well, I've been to the Opry a few times, but I still have not sang on that stage. So I can already tell you that's going to be my favorite.
Okay.
Dying to be on that stage soon. Soon, and I'm hoping I will be soon. But doing all that backstage stuff. But I've had a couple places. There's a lot of places that are really close to my heart where I played some of my smallest gigs. I used to play in Huntsville, Alabama.
Okay.
And, during COVID, that was going on. No one was playing. No one could play anywhere.
Yeah.
There was a place at Huntsville, Alabama that would come let me play right smack in the middle of COVID,
Wow.
with mask on and all that. And it would be such a small gig, and it was back when I was like 19 as well, So there's some places like that are really just, I'm super appreciative that they let me do things like that, because without gigs like that, I wouldn't have honed my bones as well, and I wouldn't be as experienced as I am today. And then it's just extremely grateful that they would let me play in a circumstance like that too. So
yeah, that's a blessing, because especially like you said, those people forget, they want to play these big venues and they forget these real small ones. Sometimes that's who makes them who they are.
Yeah.
And then you can pick up the crowds there too. If you do these little shows, they see you there, they might want to go someplace else so they see you play. And so that's yeah. I like the small venues are good though sometimes,
Thinking nowadays, I've got separate sound guys and my own sound guys, and I have monitors and I've got band members and lights and all that. But sometimes I think back in the day, going back to, having just my acoustic guitar with me, and I used to bring my own speakers, for gigs like that, back when I way back when I first started. So some of those days I remember, I would put those in my favorites.
You have a band with you that you travel with?
Oh yeah.
You have your own band, right? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
How many people?
There's 4 of us. There's I've always got the same drummer. TJ is always with me, and the drummer, and he's awesome. He's about this tall, and he's Canadian, and he's great. I love him to death. And he's a freaking rock star.
Yeah.
That drums, and just he tears it up. And
I love the drums. That's cool.
Yeah, he's the drummer, and then we always have 1 or 2 of the same electric players and 1 or 2 of the same bass players, especially like Matthew in the bass. Matthew plays with us a bunch, and I do a lot of lead and rhythm myself.
You have keyboard? You have keyboard player? No. Not everybody does. A lot of people. I mean, I don't really think you even need a keyboard player, really.
Well, it'd be great to have one.
Yeah, I mean, it is, but the bigger the band, the more, sometimes you have too many people. It's not good either.
I might think about it. Honestly, I've thought about doing keyboard myself for some of the songs at some of my gigs. So that's a possibility as well.
Well, you can do, because you play the piano, right?
I could do it. I just don't want to travel with it.
Yeah, yeah, it is too much to travel with. What kind of keyboard you got?
It's some kind of Yamaha.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, I already forgot like what kind it was, but I went in there. I had a Yamaha that was like maybe like $300,
Mm-hmm.
and then I wanted to upgrade to one that was like a little bit better, where I could hear the polyphia, the notes a little bit more, and the keys were a little heavier, and
Yeah.
that. And I kind of didn't pay attention to what kind it was, but I just looked at its features and saw that it could be XLR or inputted in and all that stuff, and I was like, yeah, that was nice.
Before I play your other song, I want to ask you a question real quick. What is your favorite guitar to play? Your favorite. What's your favorite guitar? I see you got tons of them hanging on the wall, so
That would be this one.
I can't see what is that?
This is a Fender Custom Shop 1951.
Now I see it. All right, Fender. 1951?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It sounds the best. It plays the best. I mean, as far
Most of the old ones do.
as far as a Telecaster goes, you know,
Yeah.
I feel like I'll never have to buy, as far as country and blues and pop guitar, I'll probably never have to buy another Telecaster again.
Wow, that's great. And you take care of it, it looks like.
I do clean it up. Yeah, it's my main guitar, main studio guitar. I travel with this guitar. It's on the picture that I sent you for the headshot. This is
That's right. Yeah.
and I love this look too, this beat up look.
It's rustic. Yeah, it looks it.
But it just you can't beat how this guitar feels and how it plays. And I'll tell you the story behind it. The story behind it, I went to get a new Strat. I needed a new Stratocaster studio and my studio work, because I have a blue telly on the back, and I had that blue telly before I had this telly.
Okay.
And I went to that Guitar Center, and I needed a new Strat. Okay, but for a year, even before I went to buy the Strat, for a year they had this guitar in there, and I would always play it. And then they even sent it off for a few months. They left it, and I would always play it and come in. But I'm gonna buy this guitar one day. That's what I said. And they even sent it away to get it worked on, so it was gone for like 2 or 3 months. And I would go in there, and every time I go buy something, I'd play this a little bit. And then finally one day I went in to buy that new Strat that I desperately needed. I needed a new Stratocaster.
Yeah.
And I played this for a little bit, you know, and I walked out of the store with it instead of the Strat.
What, did somebody trade that in?
No, I don't know. So I forgot, like, that when I was playing it, it had just gotten back, you know. It's like I said, they had sent it away for a couple months too to get worked on a little bit.
Yeah.
And when I got back, it was there, you know, and it's just.
Well, that's cool. I guess it was meant to be, right?
Yeah. And I haven't even shopped for a Telecaster for like since, which has been a little while now. And us guitar players, we shop for the same guitar constantly. Even if we've got one, we look at the new specs of the new model and we collect.
Like where do you shop at? Like a local store or like a name brand place?
I shop at, and there's Grun's Guitar here. There's Guitar Center here that I do for a lot of stuff.
Yeah, Guitar Center. Yeah.
I shop online a lot of times because
you get good deals online.
Yeah, there's a lot of pedals. There's a lot of guitar pedals and stuff online that you just don't find at any guitar stores or anything like that.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that's good. Now I know what your favorite guitar is.
Oh yeah, for sure. I have a lot. I've got a real metal one that I love too. Real heavy metal. When I want to play the rock stuff, I play this thing.
That's cool. I like that.
So, you know, it's big and heavy and crazy, but it works really good. It's really, really good for that rock and roll metal stuff. Which
I love. Rock and roll. All right, I'm gonna play I Stand My Ground, and then we'll come back and talk about this. This is I Stand My Ground by Hunter Lott.
It's a big old world of decisions. Are you making the right ones? God's calling. and I give that firm handshake. I talk to God through my days to help me correct my mistakes. I stand my ground where this cross real proud, fly my flag, support the military loud. You can expect your will have opinions, but so can I, and I will till I die, 'cause I stand my
That's a great song too. I mean, I love the lyrics in that. And I can hear your accent when you sing. Yeah. You said that there was one part you said in there you can't voice your opinion or you can't stand. What's the part you said in there?
It's saying you can have your opinions, but so can I. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah. And it's like God and country.
Yeah. You can express your beliefs and your opinions, and that's cool. I can too. So it's that's fine.
That's where this country's supposed to be about.
That's what I believe too. I believe it's weird to me these days that we can't have different opinions and we can't just disagree to disagree, but we can still get along.
Exactly. Yeah. You support who you support. I support who I support. And, I mean, you should still be able to get along with people instead of fighting all the time. And that's what my song United We Stand was about.
Yeah.
That was about unity. And just like your song. And I really think that more people should be putting music out like that right now.
Yeah, I would like that as well. Hopefully that would help things out, but the way the world is today, it's a struggle.
That's why we need God.
Yep.
And the more they take God out of this world, the more things are not going to, get better. So we have to make sure, I think us as artists, I think especially with our faith, I think it is our duty to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And to make sure we don't have to sing every single lyric has to be about it. But I really think that, we can spread the message that way. To help people, to help people in this world, especially those that don't know who he is. And like you said, with my testimony and your testimony as to what he does in our lives, it will help people maybe say, hey, maybe he could do that for me too.
Yeah.
If I just trust in him and I have faith, and I know you do. And speaking of faith, my favorite scripture is Philippians 4:13. I could do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And I cannot do anything without his strength, like you said. What is your favorite scripture? Do you have one?
Yep, that's tattooed around my arm. Philippians 4:13.
Is it really? Are you serious?
Yeah, I don't know if I can roll my sleeve up high enough, but
awesome.
I've got a scroll right here. I could barely get this up high enough.
What do you got, a sleeve?
Mm-hmm. I have a whole tattoo, but I've got a scroll right here that goes all the way around, and that's what's
awesome.
That's what's written on it. So I can do all things through strength who strengthens me. Also, and I like when Jesus says, "Verily unto them I am." I love those too. I like a lot of verses that Jesus references about him being God.
He is.
I like a lot of those verses too. So
that's awesome. I really didn't know that you had that on you. I would, if I was going to get another one, I would probably get that too. get a little one somewhere, I don't want to get. I got 3 of them already.
I have a little bit of space left, like all around here and here, and I think I'm.
You got a little tiny bit of space left. You're gonna fit something in there.
I think I'm gonna get a very detailed, pretty big, crown of thorns wrapped around to fill.
Oh, that would be awesome. You have a certain tattoo parlor you go to?
Yes.
Like?
And on the coast in Mississippi still, even though I live here in Tennessee.
Yeah, there must be tons of tattoo parlors there, right?
Yeah, Jack and Diane's is one of the most popular tattoo studios on the United States, and they just happen to be really close to my house. So my old house. So I got really popular with them, and they're really good too. Even though they're a couple hours away from me, but they're really good on like sitting down and taking notes with you instead of just like, hey, here, I need a picture of what you want. You know, they're not like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're really good.
Some people are really good at, they can just draw by like memory.
Yeah, you can see like that's a microphone and stuff. That has some epic detail.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, there's a guitar head there and
Oh wow, yeah. That's
tattoo
cool. Yeah, you got music notes?
music notes. There's a clock here and all. So I've got a big dove in the shining in the sun up here all over.
You didn't get that all done at the same time, did you?
Oh no.
No, that would die. You would die if you got all that done, right?
Well, you get used to it. It depends on where it is.
Yeah.
Like this tattoo right here, all of this with these ribbons and this clock was done in 1 4-hour session.
Wow.
I almost died on this one. I was trying not to pass out because it's in the ditch of my elbow. And
Oh yeah. I don't know.
During this guitar head, all of this, I fell asleep the whole time.
Wow. I don't know how anybody gets stuff on their forehead and like on their face, because that's really or like people get it on the back of their neck. That would kill me. You got one? That, because it's real delicate areas,
Yeah.
Well, that's good. And I guess you're gonna get another one eventually, huh?
Bunch. It hurt really bad too when there's one, it goes into my armpit just a little bit.
Yeah, that's really delicate area. Yeah.
Horrible. Terrible. I hated it, but it's cool.
Well, I see you posting pictures of your family all the time, and I know you sound like a proud uncle. You're always posting pictures. Yeah. How does your family see you as an artist, and how do they support you?
They support me completely. I wouldn't be. That's the main people I have to thank are God and my parents. You know, I would not be anywhere near as far as I am today if it wasn't for my mom and dad.
Aw.
Especially my mom. My mom is my rock, you know, and she is just always pushing me to do the right thing and always pushing me to be my best. And they support it 100%. I wouldn't be anywhere as far as I am today without that.
Well, you never know down the road when you have a family someday, that's that you can install that in your children someday, or whatever that you learned.
Yeah, for sure.
And so what else do you want to do? You have anything else that you want to do with yourself?
Anything new? I don't know. I mean, I'm creating some new music, some stuff that's not country, it's kind of weird and it's gonna be cool. But I'm loving every bit of it. But
No, let me rephrase that. Outside of music.
Well, deer season's coming up and I'm an avid archer. So
all right. Outside of that, let's talk about something else. Like, is there anything else? Like, I know that's a sport, but is there any other sports or anything else that you've always wanted to do? Something you've ever wanted to do besides music?
No.
So it's in your soul.
Yeah.
You basically.
I tried to play sports in high school and I was okay at it, but when I before I found music, I was also going through a really rough time of losing my grandfather, and I had this emptiness in me. I didn't like school and I didn't want to play the sports anymore at that point either. And then I found music, and it's been ever since.
It's amazing.
That was when I was 15. So
it's amazing what music does for you, because I suffer from a lot of pain, chronic pain. And that's why Philippians 4:13 is my favorite, because of what I go through. And music is medicine.
Oh, yeah.
And it's to a lot of people, and you can reach different people than I do. And, you can reach different people. I always say, why, I don't know why artists want to be like somebody else. Like, we're all created in God's image, but we're all created differently. And, you know, we all have different personalities. We all have different talents. We all sing differently. We all play differently. We have different writing abilities.
Yeah.
And, you're going to reach different people than I will. And, with your music and your talent, and you're blessed with all of that. So it's just, I think everybody should just be who they are. That's what could you tell artists out there that are your age, that are starting out and, don't know what to do, or everybody asks me that question. What do I say about that? But what do you say about that?
I would say, for one, don't give up, because that's going to be the easiest thing that they run into as they go along. Mm-hmm. It's going to be so easy for them to quit, because it gets hectic and it gets hard and everything. And then you're going to run into hate. You're going to run into so many people who tell you that they can't do it, that you can't do it and all that. And you're just going to have to completely ignore that. That's another thing I would do. A third thing that I would do is always make what you want to make, and it doesn't care. Like, you shouldn't care. Don't write and don't create music based on what you think other people will do.
Thank you.
The music, if you want to make things relatable in your song so that other people can relate to it, that's cool. But don't do country line dance music because you popular today or something. It's like,
yeah,
write the music that you're good at making, because that's what you want to create. And even if people around you maybe don't gravitate to it, if that's your music and that's your soul music, people are going to naturally come to it, and they're going to see that that's you in your art form and your writing. So make the music that you want to. And the last advice I would give is be really careful and recognize when people are just trying to tell you things to get on your good side. So always recognize poison for poison. Poison can come in a dirty cup, or it can be in a golden chalice. It's still poison if you drink it. So do the right
advice.
Do the right things, stuff that you want to make, and you'll be happy.
What I always say too is that there's billions of people in this world. I think every one of us is going to have followers. Every one of us. There's so many people in this world that like all different genres and different styles of music, that even if you got one fan, sometimes it's worth it to just keep going. Unless you're spending a fortune and you're putting out so much money in your life and you just can't afford to make it anymore, then you got to think about it.
Yeah. Yeah. Smart decision. That does help too.
Yeah, I think it's good advice for people, because especially, like I said, with your age, there's a lot of people coming up in the industry, and everybody's moving to Nashville. Everybody I know is moving there. Mm-hmm. And it's or outside of Nashville, Tennessee. And Tennessee's getting so big. And I know Atlanta is actually big now in the music industry.
Yeah.
Atlanta's getting like Nashville. It's pretty big. But you must know a lot of people, right, over there?
It's only 2 hours away from Nashville too.
2 hours?
Yeah. No, Atlanta's close.
Yeah. I got family up in Columbia.
Yeah.
Columbia, Tennessee.
That's not far from here.
No.
I used to play with a drummer who lived in Columbia.
Oh, yeah? Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm still really, really good friends with him. He just does different gigs. So
maybe I might wind up in Nashville one day. I mean, not Nashville, maybe Tennessee one day. You never know. Who knows? Only God knows.
Remember that terrible weather you talked about in Florida before the show? How hot it was? That exists for only like a month and a half in Tennessee.
Yeah, but it gets cold there.
It does get cold.
Very cold. I don't know if I could deal with that anymore. Jersey had snowstorms, ice storms. I mean, it was 20 degrees, 15 degrees. I mean, I remember one year it was like 10 below when I was working outside. And I can't deal with that real bone chill cold weather anymore, because I've been here too long. When you're in this kind of climate, we get 70 degrees here and I'm freezing. 60 degrees, I got a winter coat on. I'm like, oh my God, it's cold.
It's not too terribly cold here, but it's all 4 seasons. So you generally get a
Yeah.
summer, a fall, and a winter and a spring. But it does snow every year so far. I've been here. It snowed.
And that's what we don't get in Florida.
Yeah.
We used to get it when I moved here. We would get all the seasons. Now we're lucky if we get 1 month of winter, if that's what you want to call it. So,
Yeah.
but what's coming up for you now? What do you got going on?
Well, actually, I have just a lot of writing. I'm just going to be writing a lot and making new music. That's what I'm going to be doing the most of for a while, especially because November's coming up, and every 4 years of our country gets a little crazy around that time. So I might not play too much during those times. And I have a lot of family time scheduled as well. And like I said, hunting, I'm an avid bow hunter. Hunting season's opening up too. So
Yeah.
another reason I'm going to be having lots of just writing. So I'm going to do lots of writing, not as many shows coming up because of a lot of those reasons, but lots of writing that I'm really excited about too. I posted a picture the other day of me in the studio of a new project, a new song coming out that I'm super hyped for.
That's cool. That's real good luck with all of that. That's great. I know everything you put out is going to be great, but yeah, I'm looking forward to hearing it. Do you have let me see. So do you ever perform for like any special like military shows or anything like Labor Day, Veterans Day, Memorial Day? Do you ever do anything like that?
I want to say I have in the past.
Yeah.
I've talked to some people about going to a military camp that was close. There's a military base close to my old house called Camp Shelby, and I've thought about going and performing there, and I've talked to some people there, so it's not out of pocket. I would do that.
Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, I do a lot of stuff online, because I could reach a lot of people that way.
Yeah.
A lot of like I do 4th of July concerts and stuff online because I think we should, like we were saying before, I think we should sing a lot of songs about America to remind people how good this country is, so, but yeah, hey, who knows? Maybe we could do something one day.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So how can everyone follow you on social media and wherever you are? You have a website?
Yeah, all you got to do is just go to hunterlottmusic@yahoo.com, and that website is going to have links to all of my socials. It's going to have links to my link tree as well. So once you find the link tree, you can find all my socials. You can find all my stuff.
Okay. And if somebody just wanted to go on Facebook, you're Hunter Lott Music, right?
That's right.
Hunter Lott Music. And your I guess your link tree will take you to everything. You on Instagram too?
Yep, my link tree will be in all my socials too. So if you just find me on Facebook at Hunter Lott Music, I'll have there's a link tree there as well. So you can find Twitter, you can find Spotify there, Apple, all that.
I started that the link tree. I think I set it up, but I never finished it because you can add every site to that, right?
Oh yeah.
And then what do you do? Post it on your website, and then people could go to any link on that.
Yeah.
I gotta do that.
They just pull up, and you don't even have to do. It doesn't even have to be websites. Like if you have it could be a music video that you make, and it's just a YouTube video, and you can also put that on your link tree. You can put all kinds.
Really? I didn't know you could put videos on there. Well, that's good to know.
Put the link to the music.
The link to the video. Yeah. Okay. How many can you put? Does it say?
You can put enough.
Yeah.
You can put enough. Like, I mean, I don't ever see anyone, and I don't think I have over like. I've never seen anyone doing it like 20 something, but I've never seen anyone do over 10. But
no, I'm wondering if I could put all of these shows on there, like all the links to YouTube on the link tree, so people can just click on the link they want. Yeah,
it just depends. Maybe it just depends on
I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out. Thanks for telling me about that, because I'm trying to look for something easier to get people to watch these. Yeah. But yeah, I mean I think that's it. I really enjoyed having you on. I really appreciate it. It was you're such a blessing, and keep doing what you're doing. I mean, like I said, especially at your age, I think you have an unbelievable life ahead of you. And I'll keep praying for you. I'll keep you in my prayers that, everything goes well for you.
That means
And I'm just going to say my prayer real quick that I say my music prayer. Lord, thank you for the gift of music, a universal language that transcends barriers. Help us to use it to glorify your name, to find solace in times of distress, and to celebrate your goodness in times of joy. May our hearts always be instruments playing the melody of your love and faithfulness. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you very much again for coming on. And the link will be up for this, and you can share this with everyone. And thank you everyone out there for watching, and just stay on. I'm going to play my song, I Know You're There, God, after at the end of the show. I'm going to play the video for my song, I Know You're There, God. So have a blessed night, Hunter. I'll be talking to you soon.
Thank you for letting me come on. It was great. I loved it.
Okay, good. Take care.
Bye, guys.
Okay, guys. So my next show is going to be October 5th, and that is Michelle Storm. She's a singer-songwriter, and I will take it from there. Once she comes on, I'll talk about the shows coming up. I have 3 shows in October. And also, like I said, my book is going to be available October 15th, and I'll discuss that again. And you could go on LisaMarinaCole.com. Please follow Hunter Lott. Go on HunterLottMusic.com and just give him some love. Download his music, get his CDs, whatever. Just follow him. He's a great artist, and I was really blessed to have him on. So I'm going to be leaving you with my theme song to my Rocket for God show. This is my video and my award-winning song, I Know You're There, God. I wrote this song during COVID, and I hoped everyone felt this way in their life at one time in their life. And I'm glad that this song has really got out there and touched people and helped them. But thank you very much again. God bless you all. And I will be talking to you soon on October 5th. So this is Lisa Marie Nicole, Rockin' for God. And here's my song, I Know You Were There, God. Know you are there, God. Why can't I feel you near? My mind is so very clogged. I used to hear you so clear. I don't want to give up on what I know is the truth. Please help to stop the noise that's prevented me from listening to you. I know you're there, God.